This week on Big Eyes, special guest Cyrus returns and he gives us his updates on the manga that he's reading, including Blue Box, Jujutsu Kaisen, and we get his thoughts on Undead Unluck. So stay tuned for these things and more on the Big Eyes Podcast. Welcome. This is an all new Big Eyes. This is an all new week. All new manga chapters are out. You know what's going on. It is AD. I got LJ here. What's going on, brother?
Yeah, nothing much. This is a much better week. We're going into February at least with some good shit.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
I'm happy about that. January was shaky. It had me scared for the year.
Man.
January had me legit like I was like, I don't even know. I was like, this is not a good start. My God. But no, we got some good shit.
Yeah, man. And you want to introduce my man's here, man? Like,
oh man, listen. You already know a Discord legend, an A show legend, a spot caller legend, a Big Eyes legend. Cyrus, what's good, bro?
Well, a Big Eyes legend. That is honestly that is that's an honor, because when I was watching it, when I was listening to Big Eyes, I wasn't reading a single manga. there was nothing on my reading list. I've taken beyond a break. My relationship with anime and manga, we were done. But yeah, you guys really brought it back for me. I ain't gonna lie, man.
I appreciate that. What's funny though is that the first time he was ever on this, we didn't even talk about a manga. Yeah. We talked about Violet Evergarden.
And honestly, I'm gonna find a way to read that. But yeah, man, I came on here talking about non-manga stuff, and then after that, I was just like, "Nah, I gotta tap in, dog." There's a lot of really good stuff out there, and successfully, shout out to JJK for bringing me back, man.
Oh yeah, man. Listen, I'm happy to hear that. Listen, seeing all the homies just getting the manga and just seeing the conversation grow. And if you're not part of the Lookout Discord, you're missing some really fun conversations there. Yeah, but no, it's cool to see everybody get into it. And it's great to see all the different viewpoints on mangas. Even I may love where y'all be like, "No, that's Huff," and I'll be like, "Damn, that hurt a little bit." But man, listen, I'm happy you're here. We got some fun stuff to talk about today.
Yeah, man.
JJK Brent came out with that news.
Oh yeah.
How are we feeling about that? Season 2. What more can we really ask for on an announcement?
Yeah, that's all I need. If they're going to announce the American dates, or we're gonna get an English trailer for the movie JJK 0, I'll be cool with that. But but we already know when it's coming out, so I kind of need I need the season 2 announcement.
Yeah, man. For those who are unaware, man, the English worldwide release for Jujutsu Kaisen Volume 0, March 18th. A little bit.
March is setting up to be a fun month, bro. We got Batman.
Listen,
we got JJK 0.
I'm at the movies, baby. I'm risking it all.
Yeah, man.
Oh yeah, got to listen. COVID is in there for sure. It's gonna be in there, but like Cyrus said, it's worth the risk. I'm excited to see it. I'm happy that it's coming. It's crazy. I know. Okay, I don't think so, but Demon Slayer is definitely probably seething at the teeth just a little bit to see how smooth this movie release is gone.
Mm-hmm.
But I think that them making as much money as they have off that movie is probably eased the pain just a little bit.
So here's the question I want to ask both of y'all, because it's been sitting on my mind ever since Demon Slayer had the movie and then Mugen Train actually came out. That Volume 0 takes place after the little time part with Gojo in the main manga. So what if they setting up for season 2 to be just this and then that part? Do you think that we would ever reach Shibuya? What do you think season 2 would entail? Do you think they're going to actually involve Volume 0 as a part of season?
So do you mean just like Gojo's like little arc where he, gets
Yeah, yeah. So like basically, season
is that
two
in
is
the movie?
yeah. I'm saying like the movie is basically like the aftermath of like Ghetto
Oh
leaving
yeah.
and all of that stuff. So I'm just saying like, what if season two is just like strictly Gojo and
Also, if
Ghetto?
I'd be cool with that. That is honestly that would be a really good segue. But I was gonna ask the same question as well, like because we've been talking about this like forever, where like Shibuya starts and I mean where
Yeah.
season two will start and where it will end. But I do think the movie where we kind of get introduced to Geto,
Hmm.
and then the anime starting out with like his backstory and his relation to Gojo,
Hmm.
and then season three being Shibuya. I don't really know. They couldn't. JJK moves fast,
It
so
does.
what is it?
yeah, it does.
By episode 20, we might be in Shibuya.
My thing is with Shibuya though is it stopping in the stopping in the middle of Shibuya or stopping in a point of Shibuya fucks it up a little bit. As weird as that sounds,
Well,
I feel that Shibuya needs to like be one smooth run thing. You
Yeah.
start at like season 3 starts at what I'm saying, like season 2 can end at Shibuya starting or like the day of or whatever, and then that next season has to fully dedicate itself to
okay.
Shibuya.
Yeah.
Well,
Next season fully dedicated to Shibuya because then we could at least get,
I don't
if you
know.
want to round it out, up to meeting Tengen and the stuff with Hikari because that stuff kind of moves fast.
Yeah. I will say, like, because Gojo's arc that could be like 4 episodes, so we could realistically be in Shibuya by like episode 7, and
Mm,
then we have like 20 plus episodes to work with after that point. I
That's true.
I don't see a good stopping point in Shibuya. Like you're right, but like if they wanted to end like the season cliffhanger be when Gojo gets sealed, I think that's a good breaking point. But anything past that, I don't know, man.
Yeah, and that's I mean I agree. I think that's that's the only stopping point that they have, and
If they go past
I
that,
guess it
you got to
depends on.
finish.
Yeah, you got
yeah.
to, and you can't stop before because that's such a big moment where it's like you throw that in the beginning, middle of a season, you're it's gonna throw off the pacing and the feeling because it's not like he comes back. You know what I'm saying?
And
Like
Yeah.
then
he's still locked up.
and then
So that's such a moment where it's like it that needs to either be the start of something or it needs
Mhm.
to end something. But there's no way that you can just do that in the middle of a season or try
yeah.
to place it really weirdly.
What could be the start of season 3 is um right after I forget what the guy in the brain is called. Sorry, his name was never said to me, so it never registered. But
Kenjaku.
yeah, Kinjaku, like that part where he does like the summoning, and then everybody kind of just like goes away. Um, I'm sorry, I'm blanking on the chapter, but basically that chapter where Chozo and um, damn, where Yuji is talking, like right before they meet Yuta,
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
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 that is your like that could be your season 3 opener
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh,
where the execution is
oh no.
when they list the
It's like
execution.
Yeah.
like when we first see Yuta like coming out the cut.
Hmm. And that would be a good tie-in with like season, on the off season we're starting with the movie and then kind of everything leading up to that and
I think
where they
starting with I mean, I know some people had issues with it, but I think this is one of those rare cases where releasing the movie, then starting the season with the movie in episode form, it
I
just
don't do
makes the
that.
story better.
I don't. I
I could like with this one, with like Yuta, you go through the Yuta story, then after that you go into Gojo's past arc,
mhm.
Hmm.
and then
I think that if the movie was readily available to everybody, then I think that there would be less complaints about that.
that's true.
Yeah. That's also very
I
true.
mean,
Like it needs to be on a
I feel
streaming
that.
service.
Yeah, ASAP. Yeah, I mean, there's many different ways, but I really just hope that I hope we just get an announced date or something.
Yeah,
I mean, we got a couple more weeks, so when do you think season 2 would drop this year if they were to announce it?
summer.
I would say the fall. Like I know fall will probably be stacked, but I feel like it's just a fitting theme for JJK to drop.
Yeah. And then it could parallel well, like with Shibuya matching up with Halloween. There's a possibility of them doing that.
Yeah, yeah. That's true. That would be hard if they were able to do that. Get that Shibuya episode to land on Halloween or like the weekend of Halloween.
Mm-hmm.
That would be hard. But since we're talking about it, and Jujutsu Kaisen likes to be long-winded on things, we finally ended a very, very long-winded battle.
It had to be done.
It didn't have to be done.
It had to be done.
Why did it have to be done?
It was the only way to explain everything that's about to happen. That's how I take it, because now that we've gotten like past Yuji and Megumi's little trials, and we got Megumi kind of fleshing out how his domain expansion, all of his shadow techniques, all of that in the works, along with an idea of who he's actually fighting against in these culling games. Like, now we can get Yuta involved on his mission, and like, now we're about to actually go into what Kenjaku is up to. Like, we're about to actually get into some real shit. That's how I see it. Like, we just had to get along the way of, okay, Yuji and Megumi doing their thing. Now we can get into some real shit with Yuta.
I'll agree with that, but I just, like, we all talked about this in the Discord, but I just feel like a lot of the Megumi thing, outside of like how I feel about it, you know, like writing wise, I feel like it did go a little too long, and I think that is mainly because there were so many breaks in between with you know, the holidays and you know, Gege just doing his thing. But I definitely think Yuji had the more interesting fight going into it. I don't think Megumi's part was really entertaining to me, honestly.
Do any of you leave this feeling Megumi's at any different point than when we entered into this?
Nah.
I say slightly.
And I think that's my thing. It's like I don't feel that Megumi is at any different point. Like, he hasn't gained really any XP points.
No, he really
leveled up.
He really didn't.
Like,
I'm saying slightly, like, in regards to like an idea of the domain expansion thing. That's the only thing.
Bro, we're too deep into this for him to be struggling with this domain.
He hasn't been using it. That's the thing.
You either got it or you don't, my nigga.
But that's the point.
For the girls that got it. For those don't.
Like, he may not just be, you're just not that guy, bud. You know what I'm saying? Like,
so that's the thing, man. It's the whole thing with Gojo talking to this man about taking a bunt versus hitting a home run. This man's learning how to actually take that swing, man. Like, we just gotta build him up there. That's all I'm saying.
I understand that, and you know, I just think that, you know, it is like on the job training for the culling games, but I feel like this is too dangerous of an environment to be trying to practice some shit, you know?
But I think that's the appeal to it too. It's like, we know there's danger. We know that he can't take no risk like that. So we got to see him actually, like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And I don't know how y'all feel about Reggie, but when I saw his, you know, his little curse technique or whatever, I thought it was really clever. But I ain't think that's something that was gonna push this motherfucker to the edge. You feel me?
Bro, he brought this man.
I thought it was gonna be Bomb Nigga that was gonna do that.
Bro, Megumi left this shit scarred up, beat up, bleeding.
We see
he's gonna run into Yuji. Yuji gonna be like, bro, what happened? He gonna have to tell him the story and the dude that he fought, and Yuji gonna start laughing at him.
And this is not the first time we've seen Megumi in this sort of position where, you know, he got his ass beat again. It happened when Sukuna left the prison. It happened in Shibuya, and it's happening now. And he was so hyper focused on trying to get this domain to work, and then he just did an incomplete version. I don't know. They might be saving that moment for something, but if he would have did it here, I think it would have been cool regardless.
I mean, I agree.
Yeah, man. Like, once again, we're in the culling games now, bro. Like, you got to get that down packed, my man. Like, we can't be in the heat. I can't be in it. We going to get some, like, I don't know if introducing Reggie was supposed to be one of those things where it's like, hey, man, like, they going to get some real killers out here. They going to get some, like, guys who really know, you know, the sorcerer thing, which, whatever. But it's like, man, at this point, you can't be in the heat of battle, and we got to be worried that this man can actually do this domain expansion or not. Not against the sorcerers he's about to be going up against. Bro, you got him fighting a cockroach. Like, come on, man. We got you got to be on a different level right now, my guy. We can't be struggling with this.
And what is it? Oh, go ahead, Edie.
No, I was about to say, I think the one thing that makes it kind of bad in Megumi's favor is the fact that, like, he came into this saying, like, he wanted to catch a body, but he didn't think it was going to be catching a body like this. So I understand, like,
he had the gun, but he couldn't handle the recoil. Like, come on, man.
Yeah, he flew back.
And then, you know, when I say, like, this is the culling games, like, there's no time for this, like, sort of thing. And that's because in Shibuya, when Gege meant, curse, you know, special grade curses and all that, they are no joke. And then we seen, like, some of the toughest motherfuckers that we known so far, or, like, you know, these really powerful dudes get knocked off like it was nothing.
Yep.
Nothing.
The power, you know, power scaling or, like, power level, like, that shit is, like, anybody could get knocked off whenever.
This is very true. This is very, very true when it comes to JJK, man.
He got to come equipped because, you know, what is it? Nabara? She caught Brett lacking and then almost had it. But Megumi's getting a lot of chances to bounce back, and I ain't really fucking with that.
No, yeah, he's definitely had, and that's a weird thing about it, is that we still don't understand his importance. Like, they do it for a reason. I'll say they keep him alive and keep him going through these things for some type of reason. So it's like, is he gonna, like, what's the secret behind this, man? Like, obviously we know that Sukuna has this huge interest in him. Like, we're really trying to figure out, like, all right,
the subplot. I want the subplot with the three families, man. I really want to know more about Gojo and, like, what's going on. I want some more of that stuff, man. Like, because
go ahead.
I was just gonna say, because we, you know what I'm saying, clan wiped out. I just want to see more with the other families. That's it.
Yeah, man, Megumi got to come correct, and I think his kind of purpose in the story is to, like, you know, this is a shonen, so I guess he's, like, showing a more natural growth of, like, strength, because Yuji, hey, man, he is something else, and he got, like, a possession in him.
Yuji's built different.
He's really showing, like, I think, of a more, like, natural human side if we really want to get into the writing of this whole thing.
Yeah. See, I would, but we got real relationship talk.
Just that
right
real
now with Blue Box. We got that real talk right now with Blue Box. Hey, my man keeps. Hey, listen, Taki is P, bro.
Yeah,
we gotta respect it.
All right, sorry.
He didn't even crumble under pressure when they're like, "Hey, yo." He didn't know she knows she lied to her about going with Hina. He was like, all right. He was like, fucking, you trying to play some Batman or what? Y'all telling me stupid shit. I respect it, man. Listen, Blue Box is, I'm so happy that the Blue Box agenda is growing, and they're up on sales this week. They had consistent weeks of growth on sales. Listen, Blue Box is the one.
It is that truth, man. And this is a really good story. Like, this is extremely well written. I think it gives me all the anxiety that, you know, dating or, like, romance could bring. And, you know, the cliffhanger this week. Why is that a cliffhanger, bruh? Like, in like any other manga, that would have just been like a regular page. But
oh yeah, definitely.
He said, "Hey, you want to say hi to your crush on the phone? Hey, yo, chill, chill out, making that
bro." That is the perfect way to explain it. Yeah. Any other manga, that moment right there, that just happens. That happens in the middle of the story. This one right here, you really feel the tension. You like, oh shit! Like, I'm sitting there like, oh, like, what my guy gonna do?
like it's so well written that like the tension is there even when they're not even in the same room. And like I think that's like really well done. And if we just want to talk about like a little more about the chapter, like she's getting jealous and she's getting flirty now, and it's just like you see how you make other bitches happy, now you trying to get some of that. All right.
No, that's real shit though. Real shit. She started peeping game and it was like, oh, word. Like, all this that we've been, you know what I'm saying? That mean nothing. Yeah, I curved you, but does that mean I'm just telling you to wait for me?
I'm saying, like, what was that? She curved Buddy hard. She was just like,
curved him hard, bro.
Yeah, that accident that happened like, in the room, that ain't happening again. You feel me? Stay the fuck away from me.
She said, bro, no touch, no none of that. Keep the boundaries. I don't care. No. She was like, stay in your room. I got my room. We chilling. You was like, damn, all right, cool. Here comes Hina. Straight out of gymnastics. It was like, hey, let's go to the
little fireworks joint.
Let's go to these fireworks. Hey, Hina's real. Hey, Hina's real for real too. Because she had to bounce back. She messed up, didn't ask her for the one-on-one.
Yeah. No, but that's also because his friend had the alley though. He was like, you know what? I got to dip out anyway.
Yo. Shout out to a real nigga when you see one, bro.
Yeah, hey, salute. Salute to him.
What's bruh name?
Shake his hand.
Kyo?
Yeah.
That nigga said, this sound like a date. Yeah, I'm about to bounce out. Hey, man, I see y'all later.
I'll see y'all on Monday.
His mind. Go right now, man.
Yeah, man. You got to give him some love, man. Yeah, I really appreciate how they're balancing the whole love triangle, man. It's really crazy, man. Like,
and I love how they weaving in the sports with it. It's really
exactly. Because it's not like so heavy on each sport. Like, we know some of these sports, right? But it's more like their daily activities. We're actually like following them through like a normal day at school. Like, sports is like their main like push and progression, because that's like, it's a shonen thing. Like, we need that to like help guide along the story. But it's so slice of life with it that it's not just that. It's something more. It's, what could you call this? Like, it's a romance. It's a shonen.
Shoujo. This is shoujo, homie.
Yeah, man.
It really is. It's a shoujo disguised as a shonen.
Hey, I do hope we get some more sports shit though. I hope we do get some more sports shit right here. Like I need the I need to see what's actually going. I need to see low key. Have we really seen her hoop? Is she really nice like that?
We haven't seen her. It's only been on the badminton.
Hey, listen, man.
Hey, she won that game. I don't know if she hit a buzzer beater. I don't know how many.
But we didn't see the opponents. Like, she could be going to get some scrubs. We kind of giving her a lot of love right now.
We do the same with Jordan, so it's all right.
Listen, I was like, listen. All I'm saying is, like, we got to see the level of competition. She can be out there dropping 40 on some sixth graders, on some like.
I would love to see like her like stat sheet just in passing, but I would just like to see a lot more just like sports related art, because I think that one spread where Taka is like doing where he's just serving, and I was just like, hey, this shit hard. Really well drawn, man. Do you think she wins nationals?
This is her last year of high school, right? It's supposed to be, or she got one more year left?
No, this is her last year.
Yeah. You think she making it to the league?
Yeah, she wins. I think she gets her happy story.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Right. Wait, is she? Because she's a second year though? Don't they go to third? So maybe she got one more year because she's a grade above him. Damn, I need to shoot for the upperclassmen. Respect. See, real Pete. Say I ain't want no one in my grade. He said I gotta go up. No, she got a year left. She loses. She takes that L.
Wow,
she takes that. She takes that L, and then he's gonna come swoop in with the dang girl. Like,
it gotta be like
this
that.
Wins for you. Like, he wins the bad.
He's gonna come in with the comfort.
What is it? I believe. Well, since Taka lost his his I guess like qualifiers or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
I guess they do the switcheroo. I mean, that'd be okay, right? I don't want her to lose.
Switcheroo.
I don't want her to
She's
lose.
gonna lose, bro. She's gonna lose. She got one more year left because he didn't make Nats. He doesn't make nationals first year, so it's kind of like, damn, he didn't make nationals. He sees her go on. He's like, all right, damn, I gotta keep grinding, keep going hard. She loses. She sees he's still hustling. She's like, oh damn, like he lost. He didn't even make it here. She's like, he didn't even make the tournament. I at least got here.
I'm a loser. That
I at
means
least
I'll be
got
okay.
here. Yeah, he didn't even get here. We straight. So
man, that's fine.
No. And then they go into their next year. We'll see what happens next year. I don't see her winning it though.
Yeah.
If she does, hey, salute though. If she does, she nice. If she don't, then we gotta see the stat sheet.
I gotta see the buzzer beater double pay spread, boy.
Man, listen, I need to see Skip talk about it. She ain't on Skip and Shannon, bro. If Cam hasn't vouched for her, I don't want it. If she hasn't been on RSPN yet, I don't want it.
No RSPN stamp. Bro.
Yeah, if she not elite, I don't want it. So, but nah, man, Blue Box though, like you said, I think. Everything you said, the writing's amazing, the art's amazing, the story's amazing. Like we're really immersed with these like kids who are going through life. You know what I'm saying? Like they're just going through the things that you go through in life, relationships. You want to care for your hobbies and the things that you're doing.
These niggas got goals, man. That is like
they got real goals.
These kids got ambition.
They aren't power levels. They not like, hey, I'm trying to be the strongest fighter here. They like, man, I'm just trying. I got a real concrete goal with a real end date.
I got a wish anklet to beat. You feel me? And that's
you know what I'm saying?
That's crazy, man. When was the last time you actually read like a normal high school story?
Shit, man.
Shit.
Was it Kaguya-sama, Love is War? That's about it.
Yeah.
That's about it. And even then, sometimes
Fruit Baskets wasn't even a normal high school story. Oh, I read Boys Over Flowers.
That's a hard name.
That was a good one.
I'll peep that.
Yeah, I think it's it's hard. It's tough. It's what you call it? They did two different. They did like a part 1 and a part 2, and like part 2 came like super later.
Oh.
But yeah, no, that one's tough. That one's tough. You should get into it. All right. Well, last one before we get into last little recap before we get into some real discussion about some real issues that we all been having. Cyrus, how you feeling about Undead Unluck? I need the we got the floor. We got him. We got him to start reading Undead Unluck.
Got to get the formal take, man.
We got to get the formal take. You're fully caught up?
Nah, but I don't mind the spoilers because right where I'm at, where Undead Unluck right now is, I came to terms that like coming into this, I'm not getting JJK. I'm not getting what else? I'm not getting no blue box, at least yet, as far as I know. In terms of like romance or whatever. I mean this in a very nice way. This is middle school writing. This is good time and vibes. When they explaining shit, it don't mean nothing to me. Because I know what comes next after this lore dump we just got is about to be some crazy and wild stuff. When y'all think of Undead Unluck, like what do y'all like closely related to?
In terms of other like mangas I've read?
Or like what is like possibly inspired by or anything like that, or what is it similar to in your opinion?
So for me, in some aspects, I see it as like very JoJo's-esque. Like the way that the negators use their power is kind of similar to Stan's. Like they just are a wild way to like have a crazy battle, but they think about it in like more of a real world scenario, even though it doesn't mean really anything. Like, but they think about it in a way of Hunter x Hunter-esque. You know what I mean? Where they have to over explain it just to say this is how you are able to bleed while even though you're invisible. This is why you can touch me even though like I'm undead or some shit. You know what I mean? Like I can freeze you in midair by looking at you, but anything beyond that shadow or whatever can move. Like it's I don't know, man. It's something about Undead Unluck where they get a chance to like explain some of the details, and as you get to go on, like they build up the world in a way it's like, oh shit, well, the background story kind of means something, but right now it is just vibes.
It, I really don't know what I would compare it to. It's you can tell I agree with the JoJo's. I mean, I haven't deep dived into JoJo's like the both of y'all, but from what I've seen and what I've read and watched, I can definitely tell how JoJo's can be a very big influence on this.
Mm-hmm.
AD, I gave you some flack about this one at first, but the longer I sat on it and then I saw your explanation, I'm like, okay, I can see where he's coming from.
Mm-hmm.
In terms of power usage and whatnot, you can definitely tell the Hunter x Hunter. You can tell there's some Hunter x Hunter influence there too, especially when you talk about the powers and the explanations behind them. And Loki, how a lot of them shits are stupid.
Yeah.
Like, a lot of these powers make no sense at all. And they give some real long-winded explanation about it, or they give some whatever. And at the end of it, I'm still like, I still don't know what this person's power is. But like you said, we're just vibing here though.
Yeah.
So why not? But no, you can. But yeah, it's I don't know. It's fun to read. Once you kind of take the feeling of they want you to kind of take these characters serious or the story serious, it's easier to enjoy.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know. Like I said, it's a fun read. It's a cool read. I just had to take away the fact of like they want me to take some of these characters serious, or they want me to take this story serious, or they want me to take this moment serious.
It's not happening.
It's not.
Yeah, nah,
it's
not. It does happen in a
you
joking
know?
way. Like you can't do it. Like I think that's also the fun behind it too. It's like
Yeah. So hear me out. I was thinking about it before coming on here, and I was just like, this story or like how I feel reading this is how I felt watching Bobo, where it like, and I don't mean that in a disrespectful way. Like this is just fun times. Don't try to like overcomplicate it for yourself. This is fun and vibes, because I think when they introduced time travel, parallel universes, and then we literally caught up with God, I say, yeah, come on, man. I'm not taking it seriously, man.
Hey, man, listen, the first time they brought up, like, hey, our goal is to kill God, I was just like,
Yeah.
hey, man. like, not even on some blasphemous shit.
Yeah.
Like, I'm like, whatever. Hey, bro, listen, listen, if you got to beef with God, you got to go handle your business.
You feel me?
But to make this a big plot line, and y'all got to go through these trials just to get a chance to kill this nigga, I'm like, you're never going to get to kill this.
Yeah.
But that's the thing about it, though. That's the crazy thing about it, though. When you look at it, all of their lives have been cursed by some point. Like you got the kid who froze his parents in the middle of the street because he had just got that power, or the kid who. Yeah, I don't think you got to yet, but how the manga writer, he's kind of like Rohan, but it looks like okay, yeah, like his past and how he was forgotten and nobody could understand him, so he started drawing the manga to like get the word out that there was a way to like free themselves from this whole trial. Like that's the whole plot line in itself.
The whole stretch with the manga writer, I say, yo.
Oh, come on. Yo. Okay, thank you.
Is gas legal out there? Because that man was back, bruh. Nigga, I read that and my eyes got red.
That Shibuya weed.
Oh, man.
Arajaku weed, nigga, bro.
Osaka runs?
Is it? Osaka runs? We need it. Come on, man.
God.
Undead Unluck.
I need the Tokyo Ziddles, bro. Listen.
Yeah, so Undead Unluck is like, it's really just fun and vibes, and that's why like y'all could talk about it and spoil everything, because Motherfucker, I'm not about to read most of those fucking words on the page.
You just gotta skim through the pictures. The pictures tell you everything that's going on, man.
I mean, that is true though.
There's a guy,
the art is
there's a
that
guy
good though.
The art's heat though. I would definitely give his props for the art.
The one art I don't like, Victor's design. That shit is terrible, bruh. I said this is some Dragon Ball AF type art right here.
That is kind of Victor himself,
Dragon Ball.
Nah, because he had the long black like Super Saiyan 3 hair. Yeah, nah.
Oh yeah. All right, I didn't really care. It didn't really care. But when you get to when they fight the 4 seasons, Spring's design goes crazy.
I'm still on
this
Autumn
newest
right
villain
now.
too. Design is crazy. Okay, yeah. When you get to Spring is dope, and then the newest villain, Ruin.
Yeah,
this nigga's a goddamn beast. Once again, just violence and vibes right now. He just going on a rampage.
Yeah, that I needed that twist. I needed that. I'm not gonna hold you.
Oh man said, "I'm here to ruin your dreams," and
that's hard.
And murked Fuko.
Yes, murked this shorty right in front of him.
Murked this shorty right in front of him, and then he keeps trying to kill him. He's like, "I can't die just like you can't die, fool." And he said, "They're stuck." And he like, "What?" He's like, "Please, man, come on."
Yeah,
he was like, I'm just here to ruin your dreams. He's different.
I'm on chapter 53 right now, and yeah, man, vibes, man. I really do like it though. I'm not even gonna lie. Like, it is a really easy and simple read for me. So, guilty pleasure. It reads guilty pleasure. Like,
yeah, man, you really can't go wrong with it. Like, in any way, shape, or form.
You can't. All right, so we're here now. Our final discussion. Kind of been dreading it because the rest of this discussion has been really fun, and I really don't want to ruin the fun. So there's a certain manga that we have been talking about, and from for a good 90% of it, 85, 90% of it, it was looking like a goddamn classic. And now this Tokyo Revengers ending, it got my stomach hurting, bro. Like, I don't even like reading these chapters anymore. Like, it's not fun anymore. Like, like, this is not fun anymore.
The downhill in quality makes my stomach churn. Like, it really do.
Like, and here's the thing. I'm a big component of we got to judge the whole body of work. Even when I've talked about, like, especially when we talk about conclusions and endings, because even with Attack on Titan, rave about how good it is and whatever, it fumbled the ending. The ending was dry. There was no real, like it didn't feel complete. Like, it was just like this. It just felt like rushed. It felt flat. It felt like, what was the point of all this? This whole story that you just put me through. Why did I go through this? And that's why, like, the conclusion is so important to me, or like for me as a fan, like, I really care about how a manga ends. And it's like, if I've gone through this entire story, this entire journey with you, and you just go like, all right, like, it feels like you just give up at the end. You're just kind of like, all right, whatever, man. Let me just wrap this shit up. I'm gonna be upset as a fan. And that's what like, the thing with Tokyo Revengers though is that this ending feels so purposeful. Like, the mangaka really wants us to be mad at this person, at them right now.
So I like that you mentioned that, because you know how you feel about Attack on, like, it feels rushed, it feels like this and that, but like, this is it's not like a slow burn as like the fire is gonna get hotter. It's like is slow burn until the like flame dies out. And it's not a good, like, it's not a fun read as it used to be, chapter to chapter, which it hurts because, like, this manga used to do some like crazy stuff. Like, it was extremely well written. Here, I'm just like, why are we still going? It's a mission fail, baby. Like, soon as Draken died, spoilers, I guess. Yo, this shit is like, it's cooked.
Yeah.
Nah, yeah, like, Draken dying was legit one of the worst decisions in the past 5 years of manga. Like,
Yeah.
past decade of manga I've read, killing Draken was one of the worst writing decisions I've ever read, ever seen, ever experienced. Anime, manga, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Nah.
Like what? Like it doesn't. Like you said, it doesn't feel that it goes anywhere up from here.
Yeah. And I think that's the worst thing about it, where it's like in the beginning, like when we went back, it was for Mikey. So it's like, all right, cool, we got to go back, you know what I'm saying? Help Mikey. We can't leave him by himself. You know what I mean? So I think in the initial beginning, because of that, we were like, all right, we ain't never think that Draken dying would happen right here. So that's what I think that's a part of what's making that sour. And like, where do we go from here? Why are we following the story at this point? Because that was the original mission.
Excuse me. It feels weird because like you said, like at the start of this arc, we were going back to save Mikey because I we couldn't just leave him to not live his life of happiness, right?
Yeah.
And then Draken dies, but we're still on this journey to save Mikey, and it's just like, are we exchanging one life for another? And
why is Mikey's life so important?
And yeah, and it's like, for what? Why? Like, we've seen everything they've been going through so far. For Takemichi to give up somebody, period, for Mikey is very bizarre.
And that's the thing, man. Like, even with this last chapter, because I read the last chapter, but like the fact that it says like the friends we made along the way, I guess they're trying to build up to like, even though Mikey lost Draken and like he might go on this dark path, they're getting together and showing him like, nah, you ain't got to do this, homie. Like, we not finna, leave you by yourself. Like, we're still here, type shit. You know what I mean?
Hey, you know what's the fucked up part about it is that they all know Takemichi is a time traveler, right?
Yes.
Imagine this nigga Takemichi goes, yeah, man, I went back in time and everybody was alive. We're all good. Like, everyone was like, man, we have to wait. Like, man, everybody was straight. Like, everybody was good. The only thing was, though, is that you was still thugging. And, I wanted to bring you back. My bad, Draken got killed when I came back too. Like Mikey, like
Mikey
man, listen, if I was
ass.
Mikey, I was like, you would have to whoop your ass. Like, yes, bro, why are you so? He is so offended. He is so offended that Mikey just really loves this life, and I'm just like, why? Like, he is giving you he has told you so many times without telling you so many times, like, hey man, like, I know that y'all want out and I want peace and hang out with y'all, but at the end of the day, bro, kind of enjoying what I'm doing right now.
But it's not even that. It's a selfless act as well. Like, Takemichi going back in time, like, it's a sort of selfless act so he can save everybody. But Mikey is controlling the game so he could keep his homies out of it. Like, that is his. Like, he can't travel in time. This is his traveling in time. Controlling how this system works. Controlling the gang shit. Keeping his peoples away from that. And Takemichi's trying to take that away from him. This is his burden to bear, so you don't have to, like what you're trying to do right now. And that's not needed. And also, it's a big spit in the face with, the friends we made along the way. And then Draken dies, and then, motherfucker, one of your goals was to save everybody.
Exactly.
This nigga lost a few bodies, man.
I
was like, hey, listen, we're gonna talk about his we're gonna give him a grade at the end of this in terms of saving everyone. He's pushing like a C average right now.
Dog,
he might get like
he had an A-. He went back in time to drop his grade lower. Why? Well, like, I understand why, but it was just like, this is crazy. And
that reasoning isn't enough. Yeah. That reasoning ain't enough at all.
If this manga would have ended at the bowling alley or whatever, when Mikey was going to go off the building, I would have been okay with that, honestly. Like, it wouldn't have been the best, like, it would have been a happy ending, but it would be better than this forced happy ending that they're trying to do now.
It's gonna be sickening because they're gonna, like, it's nasty work. And then, like you said, the whole friends along the way thing is it's it's corny. That's too shonen.
Yeah.
Like that's too shonen, man. You're doing too much for the shonen ending.
Like,
and that's something that I couldn't get with. I mean, even something like Food Wars, where I love that manga. I think the manga is amazing. I love the story, but even that ending is real shaky because they try to go too shonen. Now, I'll say that the progression of events in there make more sense. I understand how the ending got, why the ending went the way it did and whatnot.
I don't get it now. I don't get it here.
Yeah, I don't get it. Like here, you're kind of just like, all right, this is a case of running way too fucking running too long, not knowing when to stop. That's why I enjoy Demon Slayer so much. That's why I enjoy
Chainsaw Man,
The Promised Neverland. Man, listen, that's why I enjoy short mangas. They know when to just fucking stop. It's just like, all right, we're gonna be done here. We told the story, we're good. We don't need to press anymore.
I guess he didn't want to go for the fairy tale ending, but I still think that you could stop that from happening if Takemichi and Mikey die at the bowling alley, or just Takemichi. Actually, if Takemichi just gave up his life for everybody else to be, I mean, they would be sad he died, but for everybody to live and keep pushing, I think I would have been okay with that.
See, but that's the question, because it's like, how Tokyo Revengers started, where it's like he got pushed in front of the train and then he jumped back. Who knows what happens with beyond that? You know what I mean? Like, we don't even know. We haven't been asked that question of what happens if Takemichi himself dies.
Yeah, and I mean that could have really him, really dying could have opened the portal for something else. But I'm just like, man. And then, do you guys remember that there's a second time traveler that
So I think that's the other mystery. I think because the other mystery is you would think it's Mikey. That's one of those things.
I think Mikey is himself, but that dark intent shit is his older self being like, oh, I gotta right this wrong. Which at this point, that'd be really cool. But we 250 something chapters in, and these niggas looking for a goddamn stylist.
Them niggas out here looking, man. They better go to Dapper Dan.
I mean, he wasn't just a stylist though. He was throwing hands with him.
Niggas looking for customs. Come on, man.
Well, they ain't so man. They can't hit up Nigo. They can't get the Nigo collab, bro. They really ain't making no money out there.
No,
they a broke Tokyo gang, man. You can't get no business collab.
You're broke, and I feel like this is kind of low key disrespectful because Draken dies, and then Takemichi go ask his brother, "Hey, yo, you want to do some gang shit with us? But we gonna need you to make some custom Air Forces for us, though." Nigga, what? And then he about to go give up his give up his dreams to be the next Verdi so he could join a gang. Come on, man. What is this?
Built different.
Yeah.
Built different. Takemichi pimping is out. He's probably pimping out Murakami right now, bro.
He really is. And I think honestly the best written thing so far is the gang being called Thousand Winners.
Oh, that's hard. That's a hard name.
That name is hard, but everything else that's been happening for the past 40 chapters, that's maybe an exaggeration, but it's not really hitting. And what is it? They were planning on doing, I guess, a love triangle with the girl in Takemichi, and I was just like, well, they still might do that. And I'm just like, for what?
There's no reason.
There's no reason
we
whatsoever.
We don't have time.
No.
We do not have time for love triangle.
So, to wrap this up, we're gonna keep it on conclusions.
Wait. I was about to ask.
Oh, yeah, one more. You got one more?
No, I was just gonna ask the question, specifically the question, what do you think constitutes an actual good ending? What do you think should actually go into writing a good ending?
I think, and we can even put some context to it because it's going to be wrapping up. How would you want JJK to end? Because I feel that's a manga right now where they have unlimited options for how they could end that. But like just putting it into context, like how would you like what would be a good ending for you?
So a good ending, for me would be like I need all the questions answered about like everything that they've raised. Like I need the three families, all that stuff hashed out, like what happened in the past. I need what was so important with King Jaku. How did he come to meet Sukuna? I need to understand like all of these sorcerers of old. How were they involved with like Sukuna in these old times that got resurrected by Kenjaku? I need I need just a lot of those questions answered that they raised. Like, what is Yuji? Like, is everyone actually living? Who is Megumi fated to actually kill Yuji? Like, is Gojo gonna come out and actually wreck Sukuna like he said he would with his power? Like, all of these things. That to me, I need those questions answered.
For me, in general, since I read, all sorts of different mangas, I would say a good ending for me is something that, you know, it evokes an emotion out of you. So like for Chainsaw Man, it's kind of like a somber ending, but like I felt good at the end. Um Fist of the North Star, I felt something at the end. Like even if it's like, sad, like if an ending leaves me sad or happy, I think that's cool. If it leaves me like, what? Or like a
Yeah.
confused emotion, then I think that's like, sort of bad. Unless, somebody like says it or, gives me their interpretation of it and then like I could come to accept to what I just read. But it's kind of hard to decide what's like a really good ending to me because sometimes I could really just walk away being like, I don't really know, man. And then somebody else would give me their perspective on it. Then I would have like that confused emotion would turn into understanding, and I think that would be okay with me.
For me, it's not really about I'm okay being left with questions at the end of a story, or like still being left with some type of mystery or some type of like, like damn, we didn't really get that thing answered. I do enjoy stories though that make me feel like it's completed. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like things but like the story has been is a complete circle. It tells the full thing. Where I feel that at the end of this journey, at the end of this story, like okay, like I feel good about it. I feel like I could leave off on this story right here and just understand that at least the main goal was accomplished. There may be some little side quests, but like at least the main goal was accomplished. I do like what Cyrus, what you said though, is like the emotion that the ending leaves me. Like I'm perfectly fine with being left sad at the end of a story. I actually prefer to be left sad at the end of a story. Yeah. Like I think those are really great endings. Like endings that really make me. It's sometimes not even sad, but like some type of emotion where you're just like, damn, like that's like, wow, we reached this point.
It's easy to make someone feel happy, but it's really hard to make someone feel sad.
Yeah.
I think that one of the greatest endings and the reason why it's legit like one of my favorite animes mangas ever is Full Metal Alchemist. I think the ending for Full Metal Alchemist is so perfect.
Yeah.
Because once again, the story is completed. You feel like okay, but like you're left off of all these different mysteries and wonders of this. Like I think like a conclusion could always feel like a new like there's another journey ahead. Like we may not be able to see that journey or experience that journey, but at least we were able to experience this one journey and even be left with some feeling of wow, like there's something more in the future. There's something more, like I enjoy that feeling when I complete something. And right now what Tokyo Revengers is doing is not giving me that feeling at all.
It is leaving me.
It's pure anger right now. It's pure anger and disgust.
It's leaving me stunned and disappointment, and I don't think that can really turn around in the next couple chapters. So,
yeah, but my boy Cyrus, thank you so much for pulling up on us on the Big Eyes podcast. Make sure y'all listen to Cyrus and the War Report on the A Show, and shout out to whoever was the 100th subscriber to the A Show Patreon. I just want to say from the bottom of my heart, thank you so much that I get to experience my friends experience pain. And that one chip challenge will be funded. You can get it, baby. It's mom. But yeah, shout out to them because that's amazing. But make sure y'all listen to the War Report on the A Show and wherever else Cyrus is doing shit, man. You be all over the damn place, bro. There was like that 1 week or like 2 weeks you did like what 5 podcasts that week. You're crazy.
I couldn't promote any of them because I got my Twitter nuked. But
you got a clip. What's the new Twitter again?
I am Cyrus on TWR, so that's CYRUS ONTWR. That's where I'll be literally promoting everything that I do. This episode, everything on the A Show Network, the War Report, Spot Callers, legendary runs, where we'll be talking about Batista, Spot Callers. We did One Night Stand 2. So shout out to the Hammerstein Ballroom and everybody in New York. That is the only time you're gonna hear me shout out New York. And yeah, man, I'm doing all sorts of fun wrestling content, and you can honestly find me doing other miscellaneous stuff if you would have me. I'm here. I can talk about manga, movies, music.
You be listening to Sade while reading manga. You already know
feel
the
me?
vibes over
Come
here.
on, man. That's all I do.
Listen, man. But nah, shout out to Cyrus, the man of many talents, and you already know where to find us. Go to the Lookout, subscribe to the Lookout RNC wherever you listen to podcasts, and follow us on Twitter. Yeah, y'all know the drill. AD, what's the sign off?
You already know. Please read more manga, watch more anime, and be on the lookout. Only on the lookout for the Big Ass Podcast.